Hey guys, Troy in the tank, and I had the day off from work today. I took a Friday and a Monday off to get a long weekend, and on the first full weekend of every calendar month, there's a half-off sale at Good Sam's thrift store. Most of their stuff tends to be overpriced in general. You can still find some gems in there, but a lot of their stuff is just priced too high for resale value. But on half-off weekend, it makes sense, right? And then you find the gems that they didn't know about that you get even cheaper. I've got some good ones. We're going to go home and we're going to look at those. It's very cool that I got to come on a Friday. I never get to come on a Friday. There was a line there. It was like Black Friday, people waiting for this thing to open. The parking lot is packed, but managed to sneak out a couple of really cool things. So we're going to go over those, do a little bit of a thrift haul when I get home. We'll see you there. Back home, and it's a little bit cold out, but it's not too bad actually. It's been very cold, and now it's right on the edge of t-shirt weather if you're from Montana. But let's look in the back of the tank here. Let's look at what we got. We didn't get a ton of stuff, but I think we got some really good stuff, and then we got some stuff that I don't know, we'll take a shot at, but it was pretty cheap, so I don't mind taking a swing at it and letting it sit in the inventory for a while. First up is this Mario shirt from Nintendo from 2004, so we're not vintage, but we're getting up there. How to Score Princess. Bling bling, cool ride, and power up. There's only I only found 3 listed on eBay, 1 sold, but they were all pre-owned. Mine has the tags. You can see this originally sold for $18. They listed it there at the store at $4.50 today, half off, so I got it for $2.25. So I think we ought to be able to get about 20 bucks out of this shirt, free shipping. This was one of those ones, didn't have a huge sell-through rate, but why not, right? Take a shot. It's Christmas. Somebody's going to get this. Not a great size, but it is a medium. Again, it was a couple bucks, so I took a shot. Okay. This one, another one, taking a little bit of a swing. I found that Olympic stuff doesn't sell very well, actually. It sells very slow. Even vintage stuff from Atlanta or Salt Lake you think would go, it doesn't. But this, it's got the Nike swoosh. It's the U.S. Paralympics. We've got the Nike official Nike tag up there. Again, this is medium, so not fantastic. It does have USA on the back as well. This is just a full zip jacket. Now, the problem with this, and I am taking a chance because there are a couple of these. There's a couple of stains. There's this one, and there's one on the front, actually, down here. I don't know. It's on the white, it looks like. So I'm going to try and take a bleach pen and see if we can't get that out. This was $8, too much to take a shot at, but at $4, I'll take a risk and see if we can't turn this into something. You don't see a lot of U.S. Paralympic stuff out there. So, I don't know, maybe. Okay, this one, a smaller size, but that is because this is a ladies. This is a ladies jacket, size 6, and it is Spider. Keep an eye out for Spider stuff, guys. Spider stuff sells, especially, we don't sell much on there anymore just because I got frustrated with the constant need to share. But Spider stuff sells really well on Poshmark. I've sold multiple Spider things on there, kids Spider things that we sold on there just out of my daughter's closet she had outgrown. But this, yeah, Spider, it's a ladies jacket. It's a really pretty cool design. I've got to look it up and see. It was $35 in the store, which, you know, is fair if you just want a good Spider jacket. It's not good for resale. There's a couple of little marks on it, but again, something that I think I'm pretty sure will come out. But even if they've got a few spots, people love Spider. So I think this could sell. I've got to look up comps, but who knows? This could be as much as a $50 jacket. So it was 35 bucks. We got it half off, so 17. And I think we're going to do well on this one. And that's not the only one we got. We got another Spider jacket. This is a more basic black. Everything seems okay on this. I haven't found any spots other than it just being dirty, so we'll have to run it through the wash. But keep an eye out for Spider, guys. Spider, the logo is itself a spider, and it always has that on there. And then somewhere on the jacket is usually, I don't know if it's on this one actually, yep. Usually you've got the Black Widow Spider on there. So keep an eye out for that. Right now jackets are selling. So Spider brand, again, maybe $50 on that one. This one, I'm hoping maybe the same. Actually, this another ladies jacket. We did well on women's jackets today. This Carhartt for women, $25, but we got it for half off. And this just a basic Carhartt work jacket. Now, this one, it does have marks on it. It is dirty. There were actually two of them. One of them didn't have a hood, and it was dirtier, so I left that one. This one has a few marks because it's used, right? You're out using it on the farm, out on the ranch, whatever. People that are buying this, of course, if you can get one brand new, buy it, right? But this one with a few marks on it, it's not gonna be a big deal. I've sold some leather jackets that were pretty marked up. One of them recently to Australia. You know, as long as it's a good jacket, people are okay with that, especially something like Carhartt. So there's the brand right there. And they'll have this. They have different colors and everything, but this is just the standard tan. Okay, so those are the clothes we got. We also got some odds and ends. Let's take a look at those. One of them is, as I move this, okay, this one, I have zero idea on it, but it was $1. It's from Aladdin. It is the Primary Children's Medical Center, Utah Jazz. Okay, so you can see it's got the old guys on the, hey, look, there's John Stockton. So it's got, I mean, it's vintage. It's got that caricature of the 80s and 90s. I don't know, but for $1 and actually half off, so 50 cents, somebody might want this if they're a big Utah Jazz collector. So this is something I took a complete swing on. I'll have to do some research and see if I had to guess, 20 bucks, maybe, eventually. So it was worth a shot. Something else that I have zero idea of what it's worth, if it's worth anything, but it was too kitschy to leave behind. Camel coasters. Who hasn't in their life wanted a camel coaster? It was $2, half off, so we got it for $1. And yeah, it's camel coasters. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. They look in good shape. It's just wood coasters. Just looks super kitschy, super, you know what, somebody loves camels. People love specific animals. So I picked it up. I gave it a shot for $1. If not, I'll set it in my shop and it'll look cool. Something else that, you know, there's quite a few of these listed on eBay, surprisingly. I saw it and did a double take and came back. This is a lobster, the shape of a lobster. It was back there with the cake pans. I think this is actually a Jell-O mold is what it is. I mean, I suppose you could make a cake in it, maybe, but I think it's a lobster Jell-O mold. It was $1. Got it for 50 cents, and it's going to be worth 50 cents for me just to make a Jell-O mold out of this at Christmas and not tell anybody that it's coming. So I'm going to use this once and then I'll try to sell it. It seems like when they sell for about 15, 20 bucks. So who knows? We'll give it a shot. One other thing that it's going to sit for a while, but it will probably eventually sell. The Last Supper. Last Supper stuff does sell. If I can get far enough back, this is really wide. Last Supper stuff does sell. This is from the Coppercraft Guild. I'm going to set it down and we can look at it here. It's pretty cool, actually. It's 3D, and there are some marks on it, just from age and from getting kicked around and everything. There's some marks. Last Supper stuff does sell. Vintage Last Supper stuff sells. This doesn't have a great sell-through rate, but it sells. Like 3 of these have sold this month, so you know it does sell. It's just a slow seller. There was no actual price tag on it, and I told him a lot of the other stuff back there was marked 5, and she said, okay, how about 5? So we got it for $2.50. I think it'll sell for maybe 20 bucks plus shipping. So not a huge winner, but I think eventually it'll go. Until then, it'll hang on my wall in the shop. A couple other things that I think are really good. These are my 3 favorite things that we got. Maybe not the biggest money makers. I think the jackets actually are going to make the money, but really cool. Let's take a look at these things now. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, now how about this? I saw it. This is a lesson on why you should go into places that you don't normally go. I went over into the craft section. There were so many people in the store. Nobody was in the craft section, so I thought, you know what, I'm going over there. And I saw this immediately, the Snoopy 1984 calendar. Fun fact, I share a birthday with Charles Schultz, so that's cool. So yeah, Snoopy, we got Woodstock up here. You can see craft, $2. And they put the date when it came in. So this has been sitting there since the 20th of November, and nobody picked it up in like 3 weeks. Very cool. And I thought potentially it was homemade, but I looked it up and there's actually several listed. Maybe it was a do-it-yourself kit, or maybe they made it themselves. I don't know. I haven't looked into it a lot, But you can see it goes back. It's got the United Feature Syndicate on there. It's got the peanuts on there. Believe it or not, guys, one of these sold. They had it at $39.95 and they took a best offer. Now, I don't know what that was, but the other, I think there's 2 listed, and they're listed for like 30-40 bucks. So it may be long tail, but for $1, you gotta grab that. And sitting right behind it, this one I have no idea on the value of. I have to look it up. How about this? This went out on the 4th, $10. So I wouldn't have probably bought it at that, but half off for $5. I'm going to give that a shot because this is the St. Louis Rams, guys. If you don't know the NFL, they're not in St. Louis anymore. 1995. So that's pretty cool. I don't know what this is worth. I really have no idea. But we're going to look it up. I mean, an NFL banner in NFL season. Grant you, the Rams aren't doing particularly well. But we're going to pick this up. We're going to check it out. I think this was maybe a good pickup. Okay, and then really the reason that I went back today, this was all I wanted to get, if it was still there. Now, I looked at this probably a month ago, and the reason it was still sitting there is because they have it marked at $100. See, it came in on the 7th of November, and I think I saw it shortly after that. Now, the box is obviously all beat up, but this you can see, wait, so where is it? It's over here. It's a genuine Harley helmet. The original price tag, $190. And this is brand new. I took it out, but it was in the, it's got very light scratching just from being in the box, but this thing is beautiful. I'm going to make sure that we polish that up, put it back in the bag, but it's Harley. It's red, white, and blue Americana. It's got the DOT certification on there. This is a beautiful helmet. Now, just like clothes, you want a bigger size, right? And this is not very big, but it's brand new. And so we've got, rip that off. So you got all the paperwork here. You got the visor if you want to put it on. We got the visor. We got the helmet bag. So I think $100 was probably pretty fair as far as the estimated retail on this thing. It's really cool. So I think I got to look it up. I mean, like I said, you want a bigger size, it's a size small, but there is somebody out there with a size small head that wants a Harley helmet, potentially for Christmas. We still have time to get this up for Christmas. So I'm going to put it up. I got to research, but I'm going to guess maybe $100 plus shipping. So we should double our money on this guy. Okay, guys, my battery is dying. It's cold and this battery is old. So I got to end this. I got to wrap this up, but I got stuff to post anyway. Today is a major posting day for me. That's one of the reasons I took the day off of work. I had some extra days to use, and I figured why not use one of them to make a bunch of eBay listings. So I'm going to get in, and we're going to do that. Some of this stuff is probably going to go up as well, but I started probably about 24 listings yesterday. I just have to take pictures and get all that stuff up. But just wanted to show you the thrift haul. Not doing a lot of thrifting right now because I'm living off of the Death Mountain that I've got in the shop. But yeah, pretty good thrift haul. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll check in with you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.